What do we mean by make polluters pay? Putting a levy on 1 billion tons of annual greenhouse gas emissions from international shipping is a significant step towards addressing this major global polluter, but it also has major benefits when it comes to justice and equity. Currently, the shipping industry is not required to pay any global taxes on its use of fossil fuels or emissions. To give you a clearer picture, think of how large companies like ExxonMobil and Shell report massive profits. For example, ExxonMobil made over $55 billion in profits in 2022 alone. This is money earned from activities that contribute significantly to global emissions and climate change. This is exactly the same with shipping, which in the same year, according to estimates, made an eye-watering $208 billion in profits alone. The idea of making polluters pay is about ensuring that industries like shipping, which have been free from financial responsibilities for damage it has done to the planet, start contributing to the solutions for climate change. The UN's International Maritime Organization agreed to finally hold shipping accountable through a GHG emission pricing mechanism to be adopted among other climate policies in April 2025 and to come into effect in 2027. Here's how it works. An emission price, also known as a levy, would require shipping companies to pay a set amount of money for every ton of greenhouse gas they emit. This will make fossil fuels more expensive and push the industry to adopt cleaner energy sources. Belize and the Pacific Island states are proposing to the IMO a levy of $150 per ton of emissions, which experts agree is the most ambitious and climate-friendly proposal. It is also the most just, equitable option on the table since it plans to disburse a large portion of this funding to vulnerable countries, especially small island developing states and least developed countries. These states experience the worst effects of climate change but have historically contributed very little to the rising temperatures. They also depend heavily on shipping for their livelihood and development, but do not have the resources to pay for shipping's clean transition alone, and frankly should not be required to do so. The money raised from the $150 levy would amount to billions of dollars a year and would be crucial in several ways. 1. Upgrading shipping. The funds would help transition the global shipping fleet to green technologies and cleaner fuels. Secondly, climate-proof trade. This money would support projects to strengthen climate resilience of shipping, ports and supply chains to make sure they are better prepared for climate change impacts. And lastly, for wider climate action. The revenue's potential goes beyond the maritime industry, as it could be invested in broader climate projects such as resilient infrastructure, renewable energy development, name them all. For example, in Africa, where many coastal communities are facing severe impacts from climate change and oil spills, this money could fund projects like improving port infrastructure to withstand rising sea levels and investing in disaster response systems. It could also support sustainable agriculture and provide access to clean energy. By making shipping pay for its pollution through IMO levy, governments can make sure that the industry contributes its fair share of combating climate change. The revenue will help many developing countries, including many in Africa, manage higher transport costs and adapt to climate impacts.